Hello, how are you? And how did you find yourself over the past 2 to 3 days with the passage of the new moon that we just went through? I sensed a shift in energy. And I did do a video about it in my Patreon. But there was a little bit of a dip in energy that was followed by another uptick. But this was a little bit different, almost like we purged. We had purged or gone through something, and now there is something new coming in. And that's why I decided to come on here today to do this tarot / oracle reading in order to see where we're at. It is going to be a 3-group reading, and I will choose, as usual, one card to represent each group, and you can take your pick from that card. But before we do get started, I haven't picked anything yet. I decided to do it on camera. But this is, I guess you can consider this a third eye activation reading, third eye reading, because the focus, given what I sensed with the energies and this newness, something new is headed everyone's way. I guess the question that we will be asking today, regardless, your higher self, spirit, the universe, source, whatever you want to call it, your soul, the question is going to be, what can't you see that is headed your way as we approach the new year and enter it, that your higher self or the universe would like you to know about? Because not everyone is in touch with their higher self, and not everyone can get the messages, which is why people like myself exist. But before we get started, let's do a little meditation. Let's take 3 breaths together. We'll breathe in through our nose. We're going to hold for a few seconds, and then we'll breathe out through our mouth, just to clear the energy. And if you can envision cleansing air as you inhale, and as you hold it, imagine it going through your blood, infusing it, going through your organs, cleansing, detoxing, which is what this new moon was all about. And as you breathe out, you exhale all the negativity. So you can close your eyes should you wish. You can keep them open should you wish, but give yourself the permission. It is really important to allow yourself to do this and give yourself the permission to do this. So find yourself in a nice, quiet area and where you won't be disturbed, and give yourself these few minutes. Let's breathe in together as I tap. Hold. And exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing all negativity. Breathe in. Hold. And exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing all negativity. Third breath. In. Hold. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Thank you. Thank you for allowing yourself and giving yourself this time. Now let's get started. The oracle, or actually tarot deck, that I'm going to treat like an oracle deck that we're going to shuffle through and pick 3 cards for the 3 groups that we're going to do readings for. Is this. I don't know if you are into tarot, but this is the Osho Zen Tarot, and I have an interesting story to tell you about this. I actually was quite biased against Osho. You can look Osho up, doesn't matter which platform or which search or however you decide to look Osho up. But I watched a series on one of the cable channels that was called Wild Wild County. And it was about Osho and his life, or at least that's how they depicted, that's how they represented this person. And it was very hard not to take a negative, I guess, view, given that documentary. But Osho was actually quite wise. I believe the corruption that happened within the circle, not necessarily with him. He's an interesting character, and when I got this tarot deck, I sensed a very negative energy from it, so I left it and I shunned it for a while. But then I cleansed it, and now I use it, and I enjoy it, and there's a lot of wisdom in it. So that was my little blurb about this. So this is the tarot deck that we're going to be treating as an oracle deck. And let me put my glasses on. Let's start shuffling with the intention to find 3 cards for 3 groups today that we're going to do a third eye reading for, in order to see what is coming their way with the approach of this new year that the universe would like you to know about. All right. Third eye reading. Let's pick the card for group 1. Group 1, please. Okay. Traveling. Number 8. Number 8 has been popping up a lot for me in the readings that I've been doing in my Patreon. My life path number is number 8. And if you don't know how to look up your life path number, I suggest you find it. Research it, or I can do a video on it if you'd like. But this is the card for group number 1. Number 8. If the number 8 means anything to you, if the term traveling inspires you or you connect with it, or if this image connects with you, then this is your group. All right, so that is group 1. Let's pick a card for group. Okay, 3 cards fell out. But for some reason, this really caught my eye. So this is your card, group number 2, inner voice. So if you connect with the term inner voice with the number 2, or if you connect with this image, then this is your group. So group number 2, inner voice. All right, so that's the card for group number 2. Let's get the final card for an inner eye reading for what the universe would like to hint at you that is coming your way with the approach of this new year. Can we get a card, final card for group number 3? Group number 3, please. Okay, this kind of jumped out. Projections. So if you connect with this image, if you connect with the number 7, or if you connect with the word projections, then this is your group, number 3. All right, now let me put this away. I will probably read this at the end of each group, but let's put them, spread them this way so that you can see them. All right, so group number 1, group number 2 is in the middle, and group number 3. And I always say, follow your intuition. Don't think. Sometimes I see comments underneath the reading, oh, I'm trying to figure out which one's my card. You don't figure it out. It kind of jumps at you. You follow that gut instinct, because a lot of the time, the reason we do these readings, other than to help guide and to give you some insight into various aspects of what's going on, regardless inside within your life or outside on the world stage. But these help grow your intuitive instinct, which is why you will find it doesn't matter where you watch, where you go. Tarot and Oracle is always urging you to follow your instinct, your gut instinct, not to engage in thought too much. So as per usual, you're going to find each group associated with a timestamp in the description. Head over to the description and click on the timestamp for the group that you chose, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. If you chose traveling, if you connected with this card and the number 8, then this is your reading. And I'm very excited to get into your reading with you. All right, so I'm going to put this card aside and we'll look into its meaning after, and we'll see how it connects with your reading. But before we get started, I'm going to show you the decks that I'll be using. The Light Seers Tarot. I'll try to use this as my main guide, but we're also going to be looking at the Good Tarot. I'm going to pull, this is, I treat this as an oracle more than actual tarot, but we'll see. And then I'm going to get some guidance for you from Crystal Mandala Pocket Edition. The description or the explanation tends to be on the back of the oracle card. And if need be, for further guidance, we're going to pull a card for you from the Sacred Geometry Activation, because I would like to help activate your abilities for you as well. All right, let's get started with the shuffling. We're going to start with the Light Seers Tarot, and our intention is to ask all the beings that love us unconditionally for group 1 to activate their third eye and to help them see what their soul wants them to know about that is headed their way. What does your soul or the universe wants you to know about that is headed your way with this new year that you can't see? Group number 1. What does your soul, what does the universe want to let you know about that you can't see, that is headed your way? What does the universe want you to know about what's headed your way? Group number 1, traveling. Number 8, message for group 1 regarding what's headed their way. Message from the universe for group number 1. So this is the first card that came up, which is the Hierophant. This is a major arcana card. Seems like a lot of joy and happiness and bliss coming your way there. and the number 5. Let's get another card for clarification. Another card, please, for clarification for group number 1. Wow. 10 of Wands. I don't know about you, but I see someone traveling. Almost like someone moving here. I'm going to try to interpret these cards a little bit differently today than my usual approach, and we'll see. All right. So I wonder if I could get, let's shift actually. Let's move over to the Good Tarot, and let's see what the Good Tarot can give us with insight regarding you, group 1, and what message the universe wants to give you with regards to what you can't see headed your way, group number 1. What can't you see headed your way that the universe would like to hint to you about with this upcoming new year, group number 1? What can't you see headed your way, group number 1? Guidance to what your soul. This is the card that came out, and it is number 21, or the number 3, and the World. All right. Now, let's move over to the crystal mandala. I'm pulling out all your cards, and then we're going to see what they show. So with regards to the crystal mandala, let's get the universe's message to you with regards to what you can't see coming your way. That's the card that came out. Storm, Wisdom, Angel Raziel. Oh my, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. And Petersite. Seems like you are in the midst of a storm, group number 1. And just for completion's sake, because you have a very interesting reading so far, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull an activation card for you from the Sacred Geometry. There's a prevalent theme here. There's a prevalent theme for you, group number 1. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah. Where else is this color? Those are the main cards, but that really is popping out at me. Which represents consciousness, by the way. This is the color of consciousness. This is your crown chakra. Very interesting. And the number 7. Did the number 7 come up here? You had the number 8. But yeah. All right, so crown chakra activation, which is also that's how your consciousness comes through your crown chakra. But it's almost like something is I'm getting the feel that there's a communication coming through here for you. I am actually going to read this for you the way we pulled it out, because it makes sense. The progression of it makes complete sense. So the first card, which I wasn't going to read in the beginning, I've decided to read for you because it's exactly what it sort of kind of sums up your entire reading here. You picked this card for a reason, and I wonder if it is, I don't know if you can see the image real clear, but there is a person on a path here, and you can't see where they started, and you really can't see where it is they're going. All you can see is this shining bright light and a path sort of in the clouds. You almost get a sense of trust. Trust in the unknown. Trust in your path. And it will eventually lead you to something really amazing and miracles. And that's what comes out in this card. This card is from the Osho Zen, as you saw when we pulled it. And it represents the need or the urge. You're being urged to not focus too much on an outcome or a specific destination that you might have planned or that you are trying to plan. You're being reminded that your entire purpose on this earth, in this existence that you are in right now, is to go within. Your actual journey is within, not without. And the joy that you get is not by planning and getting excessively anxious and obsessive about what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do there, setting goals and setting outcomes and final destinations. But the actual joy comes from the journey itself. And the journey is your life. That is your path to journey within yourself and trust your higher guidance and to enjoy everything on your journey. Be it good, something you like, be it bad, something you don't like. Find the joy, learn the lessons and grow, because your growth will lead you eventually to the desired success that you dream of, as you can see by the bright light that is above you. So don't focus too much on the destination. Don't obsess too much on a specific outcome. Enjoy everything you are going through. And if you can't enjoy it, then see it as contrast. See it as, okay, I'm going through this right now. I don't really like how this feels. So I'm going to focus on the better. I'm going to hope and focus and allow myself to receive the better and leave what I do not like behind with ease. Let it go with ease. Don't hold on to things that are not meant for you. And you'll know that. Your journey is not meant to be in hardship, so don't create the hardship for yourself. Let everything go, trust yourself, and enjoy. So that's the message that comes out from your initial card that you chose for your deck. Now, the second card that we pulled was this one, which is the World. And these are usually really short, so I'm actually going to read it. I'm actually going to read it for you from the book itself. So, with regards to this card, which is the World, I'm being called to shift my perspective on my life now. When I remember I am first and foremost an immortal soul experiencing life as a human being, I have no fear. I can see clearly that I am a powerful co-creator in a divine partnership with Spirit. Aligning myself with Spirit, remaining unattached to outcomes, I am a conduit for miracles. So that's what this card means, and I don't think really you need my own interpretation or input, because it kind of fits perfectly with this, where you don't attach to yourself to an outcome, don't expect an outcome, don't obsess and plan, let go and trust, and remember that this journey is within, and you are the co-creator of your own life, and the universe is your partner. So that's with regards to that. Now, the next few cards talk a little bit about a storm. You did get the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands talk about a heavy burden. If you can see, this person is traveling. The path was lengthy, and the winding path, it seems like the most difficult part of the path is behind them now. But the figure in this image seems a little bit weighed down. So I wonder if you're still holding on, or sorry, I'm trying to focus. If you're still holding on to things that are bogging you down. And the guidance that you are being urged to embrace here is to let go, truly let go, drop it all. And the more you let go, be it patterns, be it beliefs, be it actual physical things, be it, a home that you're about to lose, be it a car that you want and you can't get or you have to get rid of that you love, be it a pet that is dying, a relationship that has ended, a divorce, it doesn't matter. Let it all go. Drop the burdens, because the more you let go of, the more you allow the new to come in. So that's, I feel, the message that is coming to you here from this card. This path, this journey that you are on, this move, be it a physical move that you're moving from one country, one location to another, moving from one way of being to another, you're being urged to let go of so many things that you remain stubbornly holding on to, that are bogging you down. Lighten up the load. Okay? So when you end up lightening up the load, guess what happens? You become happy. You create space for the abundance and prosperity and the amazing gifts and miracles that are shining down on you, waiting for you to look up, because you're looking down. You're looking down here. And when you lighten this load, you become lighter. And you can see more clearly, Spirit, and you can begin to receive all that is meant for you. That is the Hierophant. Now, this is a major arcana card. And this also tells me that if you're shifting perspectives, you're going to become quite wise. The Hierophant tends to be more of a leader, as in the spiritual sense, like wisdom-wise. So I wonder if you have thoughts and beliefs that are limiting you from achieving your own success. So that's the Hierophant. And again, if you can see this color, which is associated with consciousness and is associated with your crown chakra, I just get the sense your crown chakra needs a little bit of a shake. So if you want to look at my videos that talk about the crown chakra, and how to balance it and open it and work with it, then that might be the message that is coming through. But as you can see, the color is here again as well, which is, I believe, violet or purple or whatever you want to call it. But this is a good image. I'm going to get it nice and close here, and I'm going to turn it around as well. If you want to pause the video on this part and meditate a little bit on this image, that might be something that you would benefit from. And while meditating, this is the color that you need to envision. These colors, if you can, if you're good with envisioning colors. But this came out for you from the Crystal Mandala activation. And I'm going to read it for you. Storm wisdom. I am one with the storm of creative divine chaos that precedes the birth of a new reality. I am cleansed and cleared of what has been. I open with a wild heart to what must be, for the soul to thrive and love to grow. With faith in spirit and my soul, I willingly enter into the process of transformation. Goodness and healing shall come from what is happening in my life. I trust in the divine beauty designed for me. So this again makes me feel like you're passing through something. And I get the sense that it's more internal than external. I can't imagine you're in the middle of a hurricane or something, but you might be. Who knows? You lost your home. Who knows? The storm is sort of figurative of many things that can happen inside or outside. And remember, whatever you're experiencing outside is usually that is upsetting you and triggering you. That's usually a reflection of something that is triggering you on the inside that needs healing. The final card that we're going to go through is your crown chakra from the Sacred Geometry Activation deck. And once again, you might want to pause the video on this image and meditate on it, should you feel called to do so. But let me read this for you. So number 7, the crown chakra, the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So when, again, the whole reading is about a shift that is coming to you from some kind of disturbance, whether be it internal disturbance or external disturbance that is happening to you. You must accept it and stop resisting it and let go of whatever is telling you that you need to resist or hold on to something. Let go of it, be at peace, and as you do that, you're going to find that your path opens up and becomes more bright, and amazing things are headed your way. And this is your reading, group number 1, with regards to what the universe wants you to see. That is headed your way that you are unable to focus on or see right now for whatever reason. And it seems to me this is happening to you over the next few months and well into the new year. I wish you all the best and much success. And if you connected with this reading, please let me know in the comment section. And I have a Patreon that I'm going to link in the bottom. I hope you do extremely well, and I hope you succeed. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this one, Inner Voice, welcome to your reading. Just going to set this aside and see. Let's start by pulling your cards. Let's start with the Good Tarot. Oh yes, I should probably tell you what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this more like an oracle. Then we're going to be using the Light Seers Tarot. After that, we'll pull from the Crystal Mandala, which is an oracle deck. And finally, most likely, I'll be using this activation for sacred geometry to help to activate any abilities that need to be activated within you. So let's start by pulling from the Good Tarot and asking the universe what message the universe has for group 2 regarding what they can't see coming. So this is what you got, the Ace of Earth. What a beautiful image. Almost angelic, almost something like something hovering, watching over you, guidance. There's a scene in Harry Potter that is very similar to this. I don't know if you watch Harry Potter, but yeah, it's almost like a divine guidance coming headed your way here. So let's look further into this. Let's pull some cards for you from the Light Seers Tarot. What does the universe want group 2 to know regarding what they can't see headed their way as this new year approaches? What does the universe want group 2 to know with regards to what they can't see? What message does the universe have for group 2 regarding what they can't see coming their way with the approach of the new year? Okay, a lot of cards came out, but this one really this one flipped. Of all the cards that came out, this is what flipped, and it is number 20. This is a major arcana card that is judgment, I believe. Judgment. Yeah. Once again, I get the sense that there is a higher guidance that wants to get your attention here. Almost like you're being told to let go of something and follow your inner light, or follow the light. Follow the light. All right, can I get another card for clarification, please? Can I get another card for clarification regarding what the message is for... Sure. Can I get another card for clarification, please, for group 2? Okay, this one really wants to come out. The Wheel. All right, we'll get into this in a bit. Let's finish pulling all your cards first. Now we're moving on to the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck. The guidance is usually written on the back of these cards, which is why I kind of picked it for you. What does the universe want group 2 to know about what is headed their way with the approach of the new year? What message does the universe want to deliver to group 2 regarding what they can't see? What does group 2 need to know? Very interesting. This is the card that came out. Angel Balthael. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. And Rose Quartz for heart healing. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go through the activation for sacred geometry for you, group 2. What does group 2 need to know about what's headed their way? Group 2. Okay. 2 cards came out, and I'm going to take them. I usually try to choose one card, but this was very specific here. Again, there's it's an interesting day. Group 1 had a color theme. Group 2, I'm sensing this theme for you, which is the sacral chakra. I don't know, like, if you can see, but there is definitely sort of a color theme going on here for you. So you got number 2, which is the sacral chakra, which I will read soon. And then you also got the tantric journey. And these 2 I shuffled, as you can see, as these 2 are very related. I have to say this, I kind of wasn't sure. Where is this card now? I just was not sure, but I'm gonna take it out, sorry. This card flipped out. I just wasn't sure if it was meant for you, from the Light Seers Tarot, and it kind of fits the theme that we're talking about here. So I am going to hold on to this. It's the Lovers. It's a major arcana card, something to do with your heart. something to do with your heart, group number 2. So let's take a look at these cards for you. Again, the message is quite consistent, but for you, number 2, this reading, I believe, is going to be a little bit longer, which isn't really fair for the other groups. But let's see how it goes. I hope this resonates with you, but you are undergoing something massive in your life. All the cards that that came out for you through the Light Seer's Tarot were major arcana cards, which signifies a massive, massive, massive shift, something monumental that is going to change your life forever, to the good, to the better. And that's what seems, this is the nudge that spirit or the universe or your higher self is trying to get through to you as you move into the new year, in case you find yourself losing hope. But this inner voice card from the Osho deck is guiding you to find your true voice within you. If you're a person who right now is so confused about a certain situation or various situations in your life that you're constantly seeking advice, or you don't really know what to do and you don't have anyone to give you advice, this card is reminding you that the only person that you need to consult is yourself. You're being advised to go within and find your own truth. Nobody knows the right path and the right solution and where you should be going but you. So don't go outside of you, but rather go within. Whatever method you choose to connect or reflect or meditate, you're being advised to do that right now. Go within your own self. Listen to your inner guidance, your inner voice. That is the best and truest voice for you. No external source is going to be able to even meet the guidance and the intelligence that is within you. You just have to journey within. You have to allow yourself that. And watching these videos will definitely help you, because we go through a little meditation. So maybe you want to go through that meditation as well, or you might want to pause this video at various points, especially when I begin going through the crystal mandala and the sacred geometry shapes. Take the time and the space, go outside and walk and look at the images, or just sit down, look at the images and engage in some breathing exercises and ask for your guidance to come through. State to yourself that you allow yourself to listen to your own inner wisdom, regardless what the situation is that you are going through. Though from your reading it seems to be a matter of the heart that is of high intensity, high emotional, sensual and sexual drive and intensity. The other thing is, if you are I don't know why this is coming through, but it is, if you're a creative human being, engage in creativity. Creativity is essentially spirituality. It's how I connect with my guides half the time. If you have anything creative, anything that you enjoy, what dance, music, paint, art, anything, sculpting, Lego, building Lego, don't know why I'm saying that. But engage in it a lot, because this will allow you the space, the empty space, to focus on something outside of anything that's happening, and your inner voice might come through. So remove all judgment regarding any situation you're passing through. Remove all reactivity and emotions, and give yourself that stillness. Allow yourself that stillness that allows your voice, your true voice, your true non-judgmental voice to come through and guide you. All right, so that's with regards to that group number 2. Now let's go through them in order, because they make sense the way they came out. So the first card that we pulled for you, which I'm going to treat as an oracle deck, is through the Good Tarot, which was the Ace of Earth. Prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. So that's the summary. Now let's go into it a little bit. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. This is a lovely, lovely card, and I don't think you need my interpretation, but it is very hopeful, and it signifies to you that with the coming new year, big change is not only happening, but it's actually going to start manifesting in your external world. You just simply need to trust. So, as I said before, find ways to clear your heads. Find ways to connect with your inner guidance. And once you find that connection, trust it, because it's going to unlock so much for you. It seems to be in the material realm, as well as in the emotional and spiritual. Again, a lot of the abundance that's headed your way seems to me appear in relationships and personal satisfaction. Yeah. All right. The next 2 or 3 cards actually are all major arcana cards that came out through the Light Seers Tarot. The first card, which is Judgment, the major arcana card, it just completes, like it goes very well along with this reading. Drop the judgment if you're really reactive right now and you find yourself engaging in any negative feelings towards anyone, regardless the situation, let it all go, release it. Put it aside completely. Because once you begin to release the judgment of others and the judgment of yourself, your true self is going to rise. It's going to come through, and it's going to guide you into the prosperity that is awaiting you. That's what I see coming your way. And again, this is a major life event. You just have to release those restrictions, those limiting beliefs and those patterns that we all grew up with, right? Just gotta let them go. The Wheel. Another major arcana card. What number is it? Number 10. And as you can see, this person is sort of like they're in joy. They're celebrating joy. They're quite stable as the wheel turns. And the message here is trust. Trust in the wheel of life. If you find yourself in a situation that is not to your liking, just wait. Just wait. Don't hurry things along. Don't be too concerned. Because this entire world, this entire life is like a wheel. It turns. Nothing remains stagnant. In fact, the only constant in this life is change. And the change that is headed your way is nothing but abundance, prosperity, and happiness and joy, as well as stability. So trust. Trust, trust, trust. And then you have the Lovers, another major arcana card. This card is, I like this card because it not only talks about love, but it actually talks about change, which takes us into the next reading, next part, I guess next issue or point in your reading, which is you might find yourself at a junction or at a fork in the road with a decision that you need to make. And this is when you're being advised to let go of all limiting beliefs, all negativity, and all judgment and patterns that you might have been engaging in the past. Because the choice you're about to make is going to lead you towards love and it seems to me a lot of sex. And joy and happiness and abundance, prosperity, stability. Just you're going to almost fuse your soul with another being, and to me that's creation, right? So yeah, that's what's coming through there. And now for your crystal mandala messages, and you got 2 cards. I put one of them aside but I decided to go through it as well. So you got this one, but you also got this one. So let's start with the first one, which is Angel, And I'm going to try to bring it up close in case you decide that you want to meditate. If you want to meditate on this card, feel free. You might want to pause the video and just take a few minutes to focus on the image and the crystal that is in the center of it, and just take a few breaths. But this is Angel Balthael and Rose Quartz, heart healing. My beautiful heart is worthy of love and radiant with kindness, generosity, and healing grace. My heart has an unlimited capacity for wisdom, forgiveness, and for unconditional love that brings freedom and renewal. I respectfully listen to my heart. I trust that my true heart's desires are divinely inspired, guided, and protected, so they can manifest in the world according to higher wisdom and grace. I allow my heart to guide my way. This really goes well with your reading. Whatever you're going through right now, if it's a matter of the heart and you find yourself at a difficult fork in the road, you really are being advised to act with grace and to act not out of malice and hatred and limited belief, even if it might be hard. Here's your second card. Ascended Master Elmoira and Blue Star Sapphire, higher will. I surrender into the purpose I was born to fulfill. I embrace my delicious divine destiny. I allow spiritual inspiration to flow through my heart and align me with the higher plan for my soul. The universe is guiding me with goodwill and positive affirmations, encouraging me to believe in myself and grow. The universe knows what I need to fulfill my purpose and provide with kindness and enthusiasm. I trust the universe and myself as I faithfully create my beautiful life path, one step at a time. You gotta find your inner guidance. You just have to. You have to. If you want a lot of sex, you gotta do this. I'm being nudged to remind you to get creative here. There's a hobby that you have. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But you need to go back to this hobby and you need to engage in it over the next few months and bring it back into your life and find joy again. It seems to me the connection that is awaiting you is going to come to you through this hobby of yours. All right, now that message has come through, let's go into the final two cards, which are from Sacred Geometry Activation. I'm going to read this first, but before I read it, I'm going to put the mandala or the card close here, in case you want to pause the video and meditate to it, okay? So let me read this for you. It's number 42, if the numbers connect with you at all. And it's tantric. It's tantric journey. And I'm a big fan of Tantra. The frequency of tantric journey, by the way, Tantra is sacred sex. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. I wonder if you have a sexual block of some sort, and I wonder if engaging in creativity, actually engaging in sex, if you're denying yourself sex right now, and I'm sorry that I'm talking about sex if people get offended, but that's the reading that's coming through, not really sure what to say. There's something about sex with you, group 2. It seems to me your spirit guides need to connect with you through your creativity, which you've blocked. But creativity is really linked with sexuality. It's how I actually released my own creativity, which is how I ended up connecting with the universe. But the sacral chakra and tantra, they go hand in hand. your sacral chakra might be what you need to be working on first before you engage in whatever creative project or whatever this creativity that is blocked. Maybe writing a book, I don't know, but your creativity seems blocked and it's linked to your sacral chakra. So I'm not saying go have sex with people. I'm saying start working on your sacral chakra and indulge yourself, if you know what I'm talking about, and release that block. Release that block. Maybe even find a tantric therapist and make an appointment with them if you're open enough and not blocked, not that blocked. If you are, you might want to start working on your sacral chakra. And I do have a video about the sacral chakra in my playlist, which is the chakra playlist that had to come through. Okay, the next excuse me, let's read this card, number 2, sacral chakra. Oh yes, let me get it up close in case you want to pause the video and meditate on this image. All right, so the frequency of sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So like I said to you, the connection with spirit, which will eventually lead you to everything, everything. Material, love, relationship, success, abundance, joy, celebration, completion. The link for you is through this, group number 2. This is where you need to start, my dear. Okay? All right, your reading took a long time, and I apologize if that sort of, I don't know, upsets the other groups. But group 2, there's a major life event headed your way, and this is what you need to focus on. That's all I can tell you. I truly do wish you the best. And if you'd like a private reading or more information, find me in my Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. Blessings to you. Hello, group number 3. If you chose this card, projections number 7, welcome to your reading. All right, let's put this card aside and let's start shuffling the good tarot. What does group... Oh, my glasses need... My glasses can't do this. Blind as a bat. What does group number 3 need to know about what's heading their way with this new year? What does group number 3 need to hear or know? Very interesting. Messenger of water. Isn't that cute? That little seahorse. By the way, the seahorse is a symbol of not passivity, but the seahorse is a very gentle creature. It's not aggressive. If there's a danger in front of it, it sort of just stays still or retreats. It doesn't necessarily fight. It allows the danger to resolve itself or go away before it continues on its path. All right, so that's what came through for the good tarot, and I will be reading it for you from the actual deck. But that just came through, I don't know. All right, now we're going to use the Light Seers Oracle deck. What message does the universe have for group 3? What message does the universe have for group number 3 regarding what they can't see? This one came out, 3 of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's get some clarification for you. Group number 3. Let me get another card. What the universe wants to tell group 3 about what they can't see that is headed their way. What message does the universe have for group 3 regarding what they can't see that is headed their way with this new year? What message for group 3 Group 3. Can I get clarification? What the message is for Group 3? The Moon. That's a major arcana card. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to the Crystal Mandala Oracle Pocketbook Guide. What message does the universe have for group number 3 about what is headed their way? That's the image that came out for you. Goddess Hecate, I'm not sure, and Micah, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Crossroad of Destiny. Okay, so that's with regards to the Crystal Mandala. Now let's do the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. What message do you have for group number 3 regarding what it is they cannot see? What message do you have for group number 3? So this is the card that came out. Soul Time, number 40. And let's leave that at the end. All right, group number 3. Let's get into your reading. The first card we pulled for you, which you chose from the Osho Zen deck, was number 7. And it talks about projections. I don't know if you can see here. I'm going to get it nice and close. But the man and the woman that are facing each other in the image, on top of each of their faces is another image which doesn't necessarily match their own face or own facial features or image. This card tends to talk about how we project stories that we might be attached to or that we want to see play out in our relationships onto other people. And it also talks a little bit about the schism that can happen where you suddenly go from being a state of intoxicated love, and this person is the best thing that has ever happened to you in your life, and you can only see the good qualities in them, into another split second where they do something to upset you or trigger you and stimulate a hidden trauma inside of you, and suddenly you begin to project hatred. The image changes of the person, though they themselves have not changed. But you begin to transform. And that's why they say there's a fine line between love and hate. Both are intoxicated states that stimulate traumas that we have encountered throughout our lives and perhaps decided to carry along with us and play out in patterns again and again and again. Do you find yourself going through the same situation in each and every relationship? Do you find it all ending to be the same, maybe souring you, making you a little bit bitter and resentful of the other sex? This card urges you. It actually, in the description of this card, it gives a very nice example of being in a theater. When you go watch a movie like Avatar 2 that's coming out in December, when you go watch Avatar 2, do you go and look behind at the projector? No, your entire focus is at the screen that's in front of you and the characters that are playing out, even though it is ultimately an illusion. There are no characters on the screen. The screen is white and the projector is behind you, but you never really pay attention to the projector, which is your mind that is behind you, that black box that is in the theater. Nobody knows. I didn't know that it was there I didn't even know how the images were there, but you're very engrossed in the movie and your emotions go up and down with the illusions of the movie. And that's pretty much how relationships work. And that's how you end up in conflict in relationships. And sadly, many relationships end up being lost to conflict that is based in nothing but illusions and stories that we want to see we are attached to. So yeah, if you find yourself in a repeating pattern with a relationship with a loved one, you're being asked to pay attention and to maybe look at your own self and go within instead of projecting onto the other human being. This is something I still struggle with, by the way. Always try to come from a place of neutrality until you have 100% concrete evidence in front of you that the person in front of you means you ill or means you harm. Don't project your own stories onto others. Don't project what you want to see onto others and vilify them. That's the message in the card that you chose. So now that we've gone through that, let's get into your card from the Good Tarot, and I'm going to actually read this. So this is the image that you had, which is the messenger of water. And it talks about romantic attraction, chivalry, admiration, seeing the best in others, heightened emotional awareness, and a call to fall in love with yourself. I need to look for the best in others and honor it even when it seems a challenge to do so. My attractions stem from self-love and the knowledge that I am a part of all love, which takes many forms, each exquisite in its own way. I can have what I desire. There is no need for jealousy, anger, resentment, or fear when I am love, and love flows into me powerfully. That's a very interesting message coming through, and it does kind of go hand in hand with what we just talked about with regards to projections. So to me, what I'm sensing so far is that the universe or your higher self is nudging you to a pattern that you have where you project in your personal relationships, or who knows, maybe even in your social relationships or work relationships. Something really good is headed your way with this new year, and I believe you might be blocking it by illusions and stories that you have attached to, that you project into the world outside of you. The next cards were the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is odd here, but I can kind of see if you're in a situation of maybe work or with people that you find yourself you have to be with these people, you have to work with them for whatever reason or engage with them, but you're not seeing eye to eye and there's a lot of conflict maybe. This is urging you to drop your guard and begin to cooperate. Begin to cooperate, maybe, I mean, not completely against your will, but try to put your biases aside, because you can learn a lot from others. And when you learn from others and you cooperate and you work with an open spirit and an open mind, you actually end up learning a lot. Not only about them, but also about your own self, perhaps even your own biases that you might have been projecting onto others. So although this might be a love reading, maybe you're in a threesome, who knows? I don't know, I am not here to judge. I'm just saying that learn to cooperate. Doesn't have to be like in a work situation. Cooperate with others and stop the resistance. Drop the resistance. Drop these patterns. They are the ones that are blocking you from receiving what the universe wants to deliver to you. This is the message that is coming through. The next one is the moon. This is a major arcana card. It is number 18, so I wonder if that or the number 9 means anything to you. But 3, 6, and 40, okay. It's just, anyhow, sorry. So yeah, this card speaks about integrating the light and the shadow aspects of yourself. And you can easily do that when working with others and cooperating with others. You can begin to put your guard down, put your walls down, and as you do that, you learn a lot more about yourself and you integrate the light and the shadow. And this is alchemy. And I always say the word alchemy when we get this card. You have to go to the deepest aspects. You have to, I guess, hit rock bottom. hit rock bottom before you can finally begin to do the necessary work, which is inner child work or alchemy, and neutralize the dark and accept it, not judge it and reject it and hate it, in order to begin to see the light that will guide you to your prosperity and ultimate acceptance of yourself and others. But you have to integrate the shadow, which is represented by the dark, the black wolf, and the light, which is represented by the white, without bias. So that's the message here for you. It seems though like a lot of what you were, I get the message here that something is showing up in your relationships. And that something that is showing up in your relationships is a projection and illusion of something that you need to pay attention to inside of you that needs healing, urgent healing and release. That really just came through really strong for you, okay? So I hope you take note. All right, now let's get into your crystal mandala. And I'm just going to put this up close in case you want to pause the video here and meditate on this image. Feel free to do so. But it is a goddess Hecate and Micah, the crossroad of destiny. I enter into the unknown with complete trust in my heart, recognizing that this is the portal to new expressions of divine grace. I make my choices from a soul level, understanding that what I decide at this time has the potential to transform my world in the most beautiful ways for the spiritual benefit of all beings. I embrace change, feeling spiritually secure and supported from within. I cross the threshold into a new way, surrendering in unconditional trust. This really sort of magnifies the need to do your shadow work or to integrate your light and your shadow, because what is going to emerge is a completely new and different you. And I hope you can do this within the new year. It seems like that's your time frame. Because I don't know, but I think 9 and 3, I don't know, 9 and 3, 4 months, something like that. Here is the sacred geometry symbol that came out for you. Again, I'm going to get it up close in case you want to pause and meditate. Meditate on this. I don't know if you can see it. All right. So it's number 40. And it states that the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. That's a nice message in closing for you, group number 3. I was able to figure out which chakra each other group needs to work on. But right now for you, I really, the thing that's coming through most is upper chakras. The crown, third eye, and as well as your throat. mostly crown and third eye. But those are the ones that are coming through that you need to work on, and I will refer you to the chakra videos on my channel as well, if you want to go through them and work on those chakras throughout the next few months. I hope it helps. And please do feel free to leave me a comment under this video. And should you wish to further dive in, if any of this resonates, I'm going to leave my Patreon in the description. That's it. That's your reading, and this concludes this video. I wish you all the best, and I hope to hear from you.